This is Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring that bell for notifications so the next time I premiere a video, you can be in a live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And now we head to court for a sovereign citizen who just objects to pretty much everything.
So,
sit back
relax.
and enjoy.
Eric Martin,
Yes.
good morning.
Good morning. Living man will make it clear. Living man, Eric Martin, not a defendant, corporate entity.
Call case 23S00425, People State of Michigan versus Eric Martin. Allegations are that on July 11, 2023, Ypsilanti Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, on I-94 at or near Michigan Avenue, you did operate a motor vehicle at a time your driver's license was suspended or revoked. A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of convicted of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
Oh, I do not understand, in the sense that I do not stand under the charges.
Count 2 alleges that on the same date, time, location, you did operate a motor vehicle at a time you did not have in full force in effect. Insurance is required by state law. Again, a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of convicted of up to 1 year in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. And the third count alleges that on the same date, time, location, you did operate an unregistered motor vehicle. A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of convicted of up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. These are misdemeanor charges. You have certain basic rights. You have the right to remain silent and say on the record can would be using it to do a trial. You have the right to trial by jury, the right to the assistance of an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will represent you at public expense. Should there be a trial in this matter, you'd have the following trial rights. You may call witnesses to speak on your behalf. You have the right to see, hear, and question any witness against you. You may act as a witness for yourself, or should you choose not to testify, the prosecutor may not comment on your refusal to testify. You are presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Court's entered not guilty pleas as all counts. The public defender will address bond in these matters.
Assistant Public Defender, let me stop appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Martin, requesting a PR bond this morning, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I object to any representation by any attorney, as I invoke my right to Republican form of government and Republican laws and Article 4, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution. Meaning
My phone just kicked on to where I can hear.
Hey, hang on, Mr. May, I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, court's noted the objection. The public defender is excused from proceeding further.
and that's just, yeah, not make it clear, not just as to them, nothing with them, just them specifically. I'm saying any and all attorneys, because I do not give up my right to be sovereign as one of the people, as the U.S. Supreme Court said I have as one of the people, the right to Republican form of government and to be sovereign. So that's why I say that.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Martin, we will set a pretrial hearing September the 14th at 9 a.m. via Zoom.
Is it so fast? Let me write. September 14th is September 14th. What time?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. And that's what's the title of that proceeding?
That'll be a pretrial hearing.
All right.
Prosecutor will be present for that hearing. We have any future filings you make with court, make sure you copy the prosecutor on. We have forwarded these for you as a courtesy, but if you make any future filings with court, including the ones you've already filed here, or in addition to the ones you've already filed, make sure you send a copy to the prosecuting attorney's office. Their address will be on the notice we'll send you, okay?
Okay, I have another objection here. I also object to a challenge of jurisdiction in this case against me as a living man.
You can make that motion in writing. Again, any motions made in writing be filed with the court and served on the prosecuting attorney's office. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Did you receive a text message to remind you about today's court date?
Did I receive a text message for what?
To remind you of today's court date.
Of today's court date? Yes, I did.
Okay. Just want to make sure you're receiving those, so you're getting that notice. We'll mail them to your address on record here too as well. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's
You're
fine.
all set for today, Mr. Martin. Again, September 14th, 9 a.m. Failure to appear for a court date could result in a bench warrant for the individual's arrest. You understand that?
Well, I don't understand in the sense I do not stand under it, and I object to that because it violate my right against sovereignty and Article 4, Section 4, public and form of government, and
All right. Your objections noted.
And there's many other reasons too why I objected, because there's no jurisdiction here under many other reasons.
Well, as courts operate, you will need to file any objections in writing. I've instructed you on how to do that. So if you want to submit those objections, just write it up and make sure you send a copy to the court and to the prosecuting attorney's office so they're prepared to address that at the next court date. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, one objection I kind of have with the prosecutor in the sense of, I will if I must under threat and duress. Oh, that's another thing I was going to mention. Now, I'm appearing here by special appearance, not a general appearance. And this is through threat and duress of, the rest and all that, the normal procedure that courts follow. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not really consenting to, appearing here today. I'm not consenting, for future references to be held under the jurisdiction of the court and all that. And it's one of the legal authorities I use for this is the Michigan Constitution and the U.S. Constitution under the 13th Amendment, right against slavery and to not be subject to involuntary servitude. That's one of the legal authorities I rely on to be subject to any arrest for the bench warrant, like you mentioned, or anything else that's, against my will. And just want to mention that.
You've made your record on that point.
Okay. Now, what was I say about the copies of the prosecutor? Now, I will if I must under threat and duress, but see, that costs money. And I shouldn't have to spend no money for my access to the court, such as by making copies. That just costs more money for me to, make the copies. So in that sense, I'm going to ask that that the court clerk make a copy and send it to them, so I don't have to spend money to make the copies, which I think violates my right of access to the courts. And as the U.S. Supreme Court said, was it Murdoch versus Pennsylvania? I think that was one of the cases I cite dealing with my other arguments. We don't have to spend money for the exercise of a right.
But you do. You would have to. Can I address that for you, Mr. Martin? If I may, I'll address that for you. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, if there's a finding of indigency and you need to fill out a form indicating that you're indigent, so you can find that form on our website. If you file that form and there's a finding of indigency, that's easy enough for me to say, then we consider that at that point in time. Okay.
Well, I'm saying in addition, not just, I know the normal indigency is normally thing, but I'm saying regardless of the aspect, just simply because it's a right of access to the courts, it's not just limited to indigency. It's just period. I shouldn't, don't have to pay money for the exercise of right, period, regardless whether I'm indigent or not,
I hear you, but that's a process that we have under the court rules currently. If you want to challenge the court rules as they are, there's a process for that, but we have to operate with what we have to operate with right now. Okay.
Well, the court rules is, like I said, just once again, and that's the final thing to say about it is under Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, U.S. Supreme Court, and I got the volume and page and recited to you already in one of the papers, in general, just the right of access to, to pay money for the right, to exercise our constitutional right, no matter what constitutional right it is, you can't be charged a fee, period. So,
you made a record on that point. Like I said, there's a process for it right now that exists. If you want to challenge the processes, you'd have to, to do that. Otherwise, but So again, your next court date will be September the 14th, and we're all set for today, Mr. Martin. You have a good day. Thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, you too. Yep, bye.
Daggum, it's like a casting call for Ripley's Believe It or Not in that place.
And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring that bell for notifications so the next time I premiere a video, you can be in a live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And a huge thank you to our channel members Robert Morley, Ann D, Chris, Kelling, Goddess of Truth, Westside Girl Reacts, Drew B, Pedro Whack-A-Mole, Shawn, OldFart, CW1960, Pat's Cats, Butcher Bird, Colt, Stonewolfe, and Jason Heaton. If you'd like to become a member, just click on the link in the description or click on join right next to subscribe. And if you're still hanging around, why not hit that subscribe button? Yeah, you might like it. Hit the thumbs up and hit the thanks button if you'd like to support the channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon.